Every car guy knows when they've found a machine that's special. A machine that excites the imagination. A machine that breathes fire and defies expectation. Or lives underneath you as you drive it. And speaks to you without saying a word. One that drives out of your daydreams and into your life. A machine that's built by pure force of will. By someone who wanted to try something new. So car guys, let me show you what I've found. Palatov Motorsport is the product of a team of 6 dedicated individuals spearheaded by Denis Palatov since 2008. I had stumbled into Palatov's work years ago when I was looking to see if motorcycle-powered kit cars were a thing or not. His work had answered that question with a resounding hell yes, and I have been following his progress since those early years. A month ago, I decided to email Denis to see about shooting his cars, and today I was on my way to do just that. It was a 2.5-hour drive to the site of a private test and tune at the remote and serpentine Oregon Raceway Park. It's a silent, windswept prairie land surrounded by miles and miles of nothing. But it was about to be assaulted by a squadron of weapons-grade track day terrors the likes of which I had never seen before. The king of these monsters was undoubtedly the D1. It's a 1,100-pound, 430-plus horsepower all-wheel drive monster, powered by a Hartley V8 or a turbocharged Hartley Inline 4. Its turbocharged Pikes Peak variant placed 3rd in Unlimited class in 2016 at the hands of a professional race driver. And the V8 model runs lap times at PIR akin to an American Le Mans Series car in the hands of an owner. Now you might be tempted to compare this to an Ariel Atom 500, considering it has a Hartley V8, but when you start to compare weight and size, you start running out of similarities. Comparing price ends the discussion entirely. An Atom 500 would cost almost $100,000 more than a D1. Not to mention, the D1 can get to 60 in 1.8 seconds, to 100 in about 4.8, and back to 0 in just about 5 seconds more. And for comparison's sake, to get the same power to weight as a D1 and a GTR, you would need about 1,600 horsepower. For an S2000, you would need almost 1,050, neither of which are practical numbers for anything short of a drag car. While the D1's performance might be hard to grasp, it's even harder to believe that all of its specialty parts are designed, milled, and assembled quietly right here in Portland, Oregon, under the radar of the vast majority of the car world. While they might not be world famous, their cars surely could be. Now, simply because the D1 takes top honors at this monster's ball, that doesn't mean it casts shade on any of Palatov's other efforts. The D2 skips over the single-seat design and exotic Hartley V8 in favor of a GM LS V8 that you can drive on the street in any of our 50 states, holding the same appeal on a racetrack as it would on a back road. The D2 RS that was at ORP with us was even more brutish, spec'd with an OEM supercharged LSA motor and slight pulley overdrive to provide 660 wheel horsepower to its 1,900-pound curb weight. The D2 RS is no slouch. It storms to 60 in 2.5 seconds to 105.5. And it also placed at Pikes Peak in 2016, taking home a second-place win in the Open class and took first in 2015. MSRP can pencil out to GTR territory depending on how you spec and assemble it, but no matter what the configuration is, you've got a head-turning noisemaker that could make an AMG blush. Finally, the most, quote, reasonable machine of the bunch is the D4. A very small 800-pound motorcycle-powered track day toy that can use a variety of popular NA or turbocharged motorcycle engines. The D4 on track that day featured a 170 horsepower Hayabusa inline-4 engine. And while that's not going to break any world records, it is a very solid solution if buying a trailer or ponying up over $100,000 is not in the cards for you. The D4 that arrived at ORP that day came and went on an Audi A4 of all things, and still cut a sub 4-second 0 to 60 and a 7-second 0 to 100. The speed these beasts rip past at regularly challenged my ability to track them, and reminded me way more of a superbike than any car that I'd ever seen. But the thing that truly amazed me the most out there, in the periodic serenity of the empty track, was the journey these cars had made from nothing to something. Watching these machines grow from renderings to frames to fully functioning vehicles screaming by me in person was a truly amazing experience. I wish I could tell you all what they were like to drive firsthand, but for now, just sit back and imagine. I don't think I could have done it justice anyways. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe or share the video if you liked it. I'll be trying to keep in touch with the team at Palatov, so stay tuned for more on them and their one-of-a-kind cars. Also, don't forget to check out palatov.com for more details and pictures on all the cars featured in this episode.